Shaya and Reacts.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm still playing around with setup. I also got a new light, so I'm not sure how it's all going to pan out. Somebody did ask me for a room tour and I am such a messy person. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to it, but I am still in the stages of finalizing my room, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Welcome to this week's video. Today's video will be 48 quick hours in Busan. Now in August, from the 13th to the 14th of August, I went to Busan for 48 hours. It was actually a birthday treat for myself and I've just always wanted to go to Busan. It's actually super easy to get there from Seoul, so I thought I'd quickly just talk through just like a general roundup of my trip. To get to Busan, you just take the KTX, which is like the Korean version of a bullet train. From Seoul to there, it takes about 2 hours. Tip is, if you have any sort of travel card that works in Seoul, it would also work in Busan. And also your train apps, you'll probably have to download a Busan one, although there are some train apps that have all the train maps for pretty much anywhere in Korea, but it was really accessible, like everywhere by train or bus, and if you get super lost, there's always taxi. I made a list of locations that I really wanted to hit. I would definitely be going back to Busan again for longer and with my friends, but this time it was just me kind of exploring the general area. So that's enough talking from me. Let's go into the video. So I started out quite early in the morning. I took like one of the second trains out, I believe, from Seoul to Busan, and I arrived in Busan around 10. My first stop was the Gamcheon. I'm really bad at pronouncing that. The culture village. As you can see, it is such a beautiful and colorful village, and where I'm standing, there's actually a little hut that sells a map. The map for the village is really cool because it has certain stops where you collect stamps, and it really like forces you to essentially explore the whole village, and I thought it was really helpful, and it was only like $2 for that map, so it was super helpful. The village was really nice. They have 3 recommended walking routes. The first one is half an hour, the second is an hour, and the third is 2 hours. I took the hour route. Sorry, my neighbor's dog is going off. And it was a lot of fun. It was super hot, and instead of like follow the yellow brick road, it was like follow the colorful fishes, because they had all these like little fish that were painted by different kids, I believe, and people who live in the village, and they will line them on the course so you know where you're going. Most of them are still residential areas, but there are some that have been converted to like art studios and stuff like that, so you can go inside and have a look. I really loved it here. I would probably stay here for a whole day next time I'm back. The view was amazing, and the colorful houses were just, it was just everything. So I was there for about 2 hours. I took a train and then a bus there. You have to take a bus there unless you want to walk from the train station. It is still a bit fair of a walk, and it is an uphill walk, so you know, I took the bus. From there I went to the Songdo Beach. It is another beach that is well known in Busan. This one had a lot of little restaurants around the side, as well as some luxury like kind of resort places. I was really sad I didn't bring my swimmers because it was such a nice day for swimming, and they had like heaps of like water platforms out in the ocean that you could jump off of. I also couldn't swim because I had just gotten my tattoo, so yeah, that was another issue. Along the beach there is this lovely boardwalk that kind of goes over the water and out, and as you can see, there's this cable car that goes over the top of it, which I will go on later because I really wanted to see the night view there. But yeah, I just thought it was a really nice, kind of lovely strolly sort of place, and it was just really chill to just kind of be there. It wasn't particularly busy, like it wasn't packed full of people, so it was just like a really good time to go and check everything out. So after going to the beach, I went to the BIF Square. BIF stands for the Busan International Film Festival. It's kind of held It is internationally and it's held annually in Busan, and a lot of like Korean actors as well as international actors come there. This is just like a plaza where there's lots of shops and a lot of like handprints of famous people. At this point of the day I was so super tired. I did not film that much, and I literally just found the nearest Starbucks and I sat in there for about 2 hours just like taking up the aircon and just chilling because I was so tired by this point. After that I checked into my hotel. An overview. It's actually the reason I chose to live here is because I can catch the KTX to Seoul right there, so it's super convenient, and I'm only here for a day. Actually, I don't know if you can see that, but I think there's like a potty slide over there. Oh, if my camera will focus. Oh wow, there's like some water work potty thing happening over there. Oh, looks like fun. It is super hot outside and the sun is so strong, so I'm just gonna come here and chill for a while. But yeah, that's my hotel room here, and I'm only staying here for one night. It is just a 2-day 1-night trip. I went to a restaurant that sells Milmyeon. It's kind of like naengmyeon, but a little bit different, because instead of having like an anchovy broth, it is a cold meat broth. And at this restaurant, it's really famous for both the milmyeon as well as the wangmandu, which just means like king or giant dumplings. I didn't record any videos because I was so busy eating, but I do have a picture, so you can see that is the milmyeon and that is the giant mandu. It was so delicious, and each dish only cost 4,500 won, so together it was only 9,000 won, and it was big servings. And the noodle, I only got a small size. Those mandus were huge. They were literally like this big a piece, and you got six for 4,500 won. It is such a bargain, and it's actually right down from where I'm staying, so it was a completely awesome place to eat food. Right now it's like about 5 o'clock. I will probably leave here around 6:30, so I can get to the cableway for the sunset, which is around 7:30. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I just turned the aircon on. Suicide Squad's on TV, so I'm really just gonna like hang back for a while because I'm actually super tired, because I'm not a huge fan of summer and it's hot, and I've been walking around for like 5 hours now in the sun, and I need a break. So this is gonna be my break, and yeah, I will catch up with you when I go outside. So then I went to the cable car, which is at the Songdo Beach. So I went back there, I believe, by bus. Again, I just used my T-Money card that I use in Seoul to do this. And yeah, I went back there, and I just really wanted to see, kind of like catch the sunset into the night view of the city. So I did some time-lapse shots of the city skyline. Fun fact, I have a tattoo done by a dude that I really love, and his brother actually did the lighting work on the bridge, like the Busan sort of like main bridge, which I thought was pretty cool. So I kind of ended my night there. It was a pretty full-on day, and it was really hot, and I do not do well with the heat. So you're gonna catch me at the next day very soon. Day 2 in Busan, and it's my birthday. Yeah, so if you didn't know, this was kind of like a birthday treat yourself trip. So yeah, today I'm gonna go to Haeundae, I think it's pronounced. It's the most famous beach here. Essentially, it takes an hour from Busan station, so it's not like the nearest beach, but go there. I'm gonna check out the market for lunch probably, and then I'm gonna come back here to the fish market here, which is literally like 2 stops away. And depending on what time I finish, I might see if I can change my train ticket to an earlier train, because I'm like literally leaving on the last train. But if I finish early, I don't know if I want to just keep staying here wandering around, because it is pretty hot outside, and My body just doesn't do well with heat, so we'll see how we go. We'll see where we end up, and yeah, catch you when I'm outside. Alright, so it's so sunny and I can't open my eyes. And right now I really regret not bringing my sunglasses, but I am at Haeundae Beach. Actually, if you see the clip, it's actually behind me. The beach is over there. But it actually reminds me of Manly. If you've ever been to Sydney, Manly Beach kind of has a strip like this, and it really does remind me of Manly. It was meant to rain today, but I guess Busan was just like, you know what, we ain't gonna rain, so it's super sunny. And I'm gonna try and get to the beach and then see how I go. And there's also an aquarium around here, and I feel like it'd just be aircon in there, so maybe I'll go to the aquarium. So like I explained, I am now at Haeundae Beach. This is like, if you're in Australia, this is like the Bondi Beach of Busan. According to Busan people, they don't actually even go there because it is such a tourist place, and I can see that. It is just like packed full of tourists. It was such a hot day, so the sand was really hot, okay? It was really burning hot. And the funny thing about the beach is, in Australia everybody brings their towel and you can kind of sit on the beach, but in Korea you kind of have to hire outer space almost, and it comes with like an umbrella and a chair, and that kind of becomes your space for a certain time amount. Obviously you don't have to sit on the chairs, but if you want to sit on the beach you have to be in the chaired areas. One thing that's different is in Australia we have particular zones where you can swim in, but at this beach you can literally swim anywhere along the coast, and they have lifeguards spaced out. The water was warm. It was a hot day, let me tell you, and it was my birthday, so I was like trying to take it really chill. So yeah, I just kind of looked around, chilled until it was lunchtime. Lunch, I didn't really capture this, but I had Dwaeji Gukbap, which is like a pig meat soup, like a marrow soup with rice. It is super nice. It is one of the Busan specialties. It is just on the main road. I don't remember the name, but I'm sure you walk past it if you go to the beach. It's like the main one there, and there's a huge line. After eating my meal, I went to the very famous Busan fish market. It is a huge fish market with loads of fresh produce, loads of options. And the thing about this fish market that is cool is that the second level of this fish market is all restaurants. So the second you buy your seafood, you have the option to eat it there, and the person from the store will take your freshly bought seafood upstairs to the restaurant, and they will cook it how you like, or in their specialized way for you to eat right away. Now, I am not a huge seafood fan, and by that point in the day I was also not that hungry. Seafood there is significantly cheaper than Seoul and just most places. Like it was even cheaper than Sydney, and Sydney has some pretty cheap seafood, but I just didn't end up trying it out. I'm sure when I go back with my friends and stuff, I'm definitely going to try it out because it all looked so good, and there were so many things that I've never seen in my life. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, huge, right next to the water. It was actually really clean and well kept, and also the second level there's lots of like dried fish products as well as like medicinal sort of products, so it was really cool to check it out. And my journey kind of just ended there. I ended up being super tired after those 2 days. They were really hot days, like 34-35 degrees in the sun, and I think I just had enough at this point, so I hopped on the train back. And the cool thing about KTX is I was able to change the ticket. I just went up to the window and they were able to move my train ticket forwards, because I ended up, like, I wanted to take the last train from Busan to Seoul, which would have got me home at like 1-2 a.m, and I would have had to like go through a complex network of public transports, but I moved it forwards because I was a bit tired and I just wanted to get home without too much fuss. So yeah. Thank you for watching that. That was like a quick, not exactly 48 hours, but it was 2 days in Busan. I will definitely be going back there. I know I only kind of brushed through most of the areas, and because it was so hot I was really bad at vlogging, so I do apologize for that. But if you have any questions about Busan and stuff like that, please put them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well with regular uploads, so I'm feeling really hopeful with this one. Thank you for watching this week's video. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!